Hello everybody and welcome back to Fishing Barents Sea. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and upgrade our boat if we can. So I was looking at the prices of the fishing lines because I totally spaced on it last episode, but I can't actually afford any of these. So the 1,000 hook line is actually 40,000 for one of those, and we have 25,000 right now. It is 20,000 for the 500 hook line, and then it is 10,000 for another 250. So I think we can go ahead and get one more of these. We should be okay in doing that. So now we have 3 of those lines, and we can spend the rest of that money upgrading, or not upgrading, we can spend that money baiting the lines. So we're going to go with the mackerel bait to go ahead and try and catch as many of the pollocks as we can here. And if we want to risk it, we can even buy another one because we have just enough, and I think we also have enough to bait as well if we do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and try that. Let's go ahead and get another line. Let's go ahead and throw some mackerel on that as well. So we have 1,000 hooks in total there, and we should be good. We have 285 bucks left to our name, so we need to make sure that we actually get a decent haul here because we need the money to pay for fuel when we come back in here in a minute because we don't have any money now, so that's not going to get us a full gas tank here. Okay, and with the map open here, we can see that we have some pollock here still, so we're going to go ahead and drive over here, but I'm going to do it manually so it hopefully counts toward our license distance that we need to be driving. And I'm also just going to go ahead and not put anything down right here for right now. I'm going to drive all the way over to this area because, oops, it looks like maybe the area might be a bit better for fish. This one's a little bit brighter, so I think there's going to be more there, but this is a bigger area overall, so hopefully there's a bunch of fish there that we can go ahead and get. So I'm just going to drive this manually, and hopefully we can go ahead and get some points toward our license. We can keep track of that by, it should be in here, I think. Yeah, right here. So we currently have 1.1 out of 20 kilometers, so let's go ahead and just drive in that direction, and we should hopefully get the points toward it. So we're finally here. What I want to go ahead and do is turn our boat so that we're going this way. So we can go ahead and lay down a bunch of them. We can't place these because we're going through the dark zone there. But if we go ahead and just turn and face that way, like due north almost, maybe not completely north, maybe a little bit back that way should be fine. And then we can go ahead and place these things down so that we know we're going in a straight line. And we're going to go ahead and just put down all 4 of them here. And I don't want to put any here because we don't really want to risk having these ones soak for too long or having these ones soak for too long, just trying to clear that little distance since our boat is so slow. So we'll just go ahead and leave all 4 of them right here in this general area, and then hopefully they have enough fish on them to kind of give us some cash again. So at least we can pay for the fuel. And let's go ahead and just drop these. It's just going to go ahead and drop them out the back here. And the mini game I was thinking of was when we start doing net fishing. It's not this line fishing stuff right now, so I don't think there is a mini game to that. Let's go ahead and start speeding up again because it slowed us way down. The thing should be out, and then let's go a little bit away from it and then drop another one here. Can I see how far back those things are? No, but I can just do it visually, I guess. Let's go ahead and drop the other one now, I guess, right about here. And that should go ahead and get placed as well. And then what we're going to do is try and space them out every so often here so that they're not one right on top of the other here. I don't want them to take any fish from the other lines here. Okay, so hopefully that is a decent spacing. We don't have them too close or too far to go ahead and make any delays or anything like that. And the first line has been in there for 32 minutes apparently already. So what I want to go ahead and do while we go ahead and burn time, because that's pretty much what we need to do now, is go ahead and explore some of this other area since we need some more fishing zones, since these are the only 2 zones that are showing up for any fish right now. We need to go ahead and go into the zone and try and discover some more here. So I'm going to go ahead and just drive out, and maybe we can go here. I'm not too sure, kind of depending on how long this takes, because I don't want to risk having these soak for too long here. So we're just going to go ahead and drive out in that direction, and hopefully we can go ahead and come back in time to go ahead and grab them without having them waste any fish or anything like that. So we almost made it to the harbor that's up here, but we actually need to turn around right now, because if we don't, we're going to have these things soaking for too long, and I don't know if they're going to break or if we're just going to get a bad haul out of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn around and come back. We might get here a little early, and we might have to warp around a little bit until the time burns down, but we should be here right around 15, maybe 16 hours in. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast travel that all the way back, because I really don't want to sit here and drive it all the way back. I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes already, just driving in this straight line. This thing is very, very slow. So we're going to go over to here if we can. Can we get this any closer? We can't get that any closer, so that should be fine. And we're also almost at the license here. So if we open up this thing, we are just about there. We might hit that before we wrap up today as well. So let's go ahead and fast travel all the way back over there. We should be there within the time limit, hopefully. Okay, so they actually turned the teal color at 17 hours, so we're an hour past it already. We didn't get back here in exactly the same amount of time that I thought we would, so kind of burned a little bit of time coming back this way. But I don't know, it only took us 7 hours to get out there, but it took us 8 hours to come back, I think. Something like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and harvest up these lines really quick so that we hopefully don't burn any fish that are already on them. And there we go. It actually changed over to blue, which I think is the color that we want it to be, not that teal color. So maybe we didn't waste any time here by letting them soak a little bit longer. So about 18 hours and 40 minutes is when it's ready to go. And I think these are going to be the same lines, right? We have 250 hooks, right? So we should be good. We already did this already, so it's not going to be too difficult here. But we're going to try the same thing like we did last episode. We're going to try for as many goods and perfects as we can. That's currently 3 goods in a row. Let's get that one's going to be perfect. That's good. And let's see what the 5th one's going to be here. We got another good here. Hopefully we can get around 50% on the score as well going into the final fish here. And this last fish is not going to put us over 50%. We got close though, 47%, and the majority of those were good. We have 34 pollocks, 2 redfish, and 15 haddocks, and I think we're fishing for pollocks, so that's good. And according to our little notebook though, the haddock is actually what's in season, or the fish that we're not fishing right now is actually in season and preferred. It has a 20% boost on it. So haddock has a price raise of 20 gold, I guess, or 20%, whatever that is. That one set of hooks though gave us 2 bars worth of storage, so hopefully this kind of puts us at almost max capacity here. But if it does, it's going to make us really heavy. So we have to kind of be mindful of that. And we got 55% on the secondary line here. We got 11 haddock, 26 pollock, and 1 redfish. Okay, so not bad. And let's go ahead and grab these last 2 here and see what we managed to go ahead and get on them as well. So we are currently sitting at 960 kilos, but that is a full fish. It's not gutted already, so we need to go ahead and gut. And we're probably going to lose a couple hundred kilos there doing that. And there we go. We actually just unlocked the next boat here, so that's nice. We don't have to drive around for a little while. I'm going to go ahead and hold off on doing that for a little while. I think the only driving we're going to do is doing this, just grabbing the pots from the water, or the lines from the water, and then same thing by laying them down. I don't think I'm going to drive too much here. And just fast travel where we need to go, since we have some spots unlocked already, or some area unlocked already, not some spots. But let's go ahead and try and get another 50% on this one. We got 55 on the last one, and we are starting off with a good grab there. Let's try and go for perfects if we can. I pressed it too early, dang it. So this line actually had 14 fish on it instead of the 13 that the other ones had, so we got all the way up to 64% on this one. We did kind of decent. We had a lot of perfects and some decent amount of goods there. So we have 28 pollocks, 12 haddocks, and 1 more redfish. I think we can also check that when we are done in total here. Yeah, we can just go ahead and do it like that. It doesn't tell us the amount that we have, but it tells us how much weightage we have of those fish. And here goes the final fish of the final line here. We got up to 52% on that one again, and that's pretty decent. I think the majority of those 14 were good though. I think we only had like 3, maybe 4 that were perfect. But anyways, we managed to get 31 pollocks, we got 2 redfish that time, and we got 13 haddocks, so that's pretty nice, I suppose. We have a current weight of 1,778 kilos. So let's go ahead and open up the map and go ahead and teleport or fast travel back on over to the first little place that we can go to, because we can sell some fish there. We can go to the other ones to sell fish, but I don't think we can go ahead and buy bait and stuff. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go back to Hammerfest, and then we can go ahead and gut the fish once we get there. So let's go ahead and gut them. We do need to go ahead and do a few of these, so let's go ahead and try and get the best score that we can here. I don't know why my mouse cursor is actually showing up on the screen here. It shouldn't be showing up, but anyways, we got 4.5 stars just about on that first one here, and it gutted 1,300 kilos worth of fish there. Okay, so I guess we're only gutting maybe 3 of these. We don't need to do a whole lot of them. Never mind. Let's just go ahead and do this one now. Hopefully we can keep it as straight as we can to get the best score possible here. and we got a terrible score. We got, what was that, 3.5 stars, and that one's a little bit better. We got 4 and a little smidge on that one, but that's all of the fish gutted there. So let's go ahead and see how much we can go ahead and actually make off of these guys. So we are going to go ahead and get 5 grand off of the haddock, and I believe the haddock have a bonus price going on right now, so that's a little bit decent right now. We have 32,000 worth of pollock. That is huge. And then we have only a grand worth of redfish, but we only have 6 of those right now, so that's pretty decent too, I guess. Let's go ahead and sell all of this. We're gonna have, what is that, like 40 grand just about? 32,000, never mind, I can't count. But we are slowly increasing our port reputation in this place, so once we start getting a decent reputation, I think we start getting a bonus in prices and stuff like that. So it's kind of worth going to the other areas and trying to spread out as much as you can so you can sell as much fish as you can to go ahead and get as much money as you can. But if we go ahead and look into town, we can also hire crew members, which I don't think we can do on this boat. There's no crew member slots on this boat, but we can go ahead and take out a loan if we want to go ahead and do that, and then we have to pay it back with a monthly installment, or we can, I think we can pay it back all in once if we have like a really good day and get a bunch of money out of it. And then we can go ahead and head on over to the bar here if we want to go ahead and do some side missions for some extra little bits of cash here. I don't know if these are really worth it. I think they increase your reputation, but they're not really like good paying little side missions here. And I think I forgot to mention it last episode, but you do need insurance for your boats here because you need to pay out of pocket for getting towed, which I think this first boat starts off with insurance thing, and then you can go ahead and buy an upgrade to it to go ahead and get free towing. So it's 8 grand apparently per tow with the one we have now. Oh, I guess we don't have any insurance on this thing. And then it'll be 10 grand flat, and then it'll tow us for free to the closest port that we are if we run out of fuel or crash into another boat or something like that, if we're out and about and don't pay attention, I guess. But let's go ahead and see how much that new boat is going to run us, because we just unlocked it, so it should tell us the price for it now. 450,000. Okay, never mind. That ain't happening anytime soon. It also unlocked this guy, and I think that's just the oh, that's 1.2 million. Whoa, okay, that's not happening for a little while. That 450 might be a little more reasonable to try and get to. And then this one was 180, right? Yeah, with only 500 worth of hooks. And I think this one is the one you need. Yeah, this is the one you need to go ahead and start doing net fishing, which I kind of want to hold off on net fishing right now because net fishing is like super easy mode. You can just lay down a bunch of nets and then you just rake in the money. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a little delay here. I don't want to jump right into doing that, but I think we can go ahead and afford one of the big lines now, right? I think there were 10 grand. Oh wait, no, there were 40,000. Okay, so we still can't afford that. We can do a 500 if we want to go ahead and do that. Let's actually, before we waste any money on this stuff, let's actually fuel back up because we're a little bit like halfway on gas right now. Let's just go ahead and do that so we don't run out of fuel. And then let's go ahead and buy one of the bigger lines here so that we can go ahead and hopefully get more fish in a go here. So let's do one of these, and nope, we have to sell one of these guys actually. Can I sell one? There we go. So we get 5 grand back and they're 10 grand. Okay, so we get half our money back. Not bad. So let's buy the 500, and then we have 17,000 left over for 20 grand. We can sell one more of these and then buy another one of those guys. Yeah, we have 2 grand left over. Let's see if we have enough to go ahead and bait these. Actually, let me check my notebook before we do that. And I just want to make sure that this is still going. So the haddock is still going to be a price increase until August 31st. And we kind of have time to do that if we want to risk it a little bit here. So yeah, let's try and give that a go. We need to go ahead and get the bait that's best for the haddock here. So haddock is going to be that looking fish thing, and which bait is going to be that? I think we're going to have to do mackerel again because that's kind of the most decent setup here. Either we get a bunch of pollock again and make a decent amount of cash, or we get a bunch of the haddock on there as well. I think I'm reading the little pie graph correctly. I think that's going to be the best bang for our buck here. So yeah, let's go ahead and bait him with mackerel again. We actually don't have enough money for that. Do we have like an option to take like a really small loan out? So we can take out this one for a year to pay back 10 grand, 36 months. They're all the same thing. Let's go ahead and do this one 5% interest rates, 860 a week, a month here, so that should be fine. We should be able to pay that back with no issue here. And then we can go ahead and bait the lines with the mackerel, and then I guess we can do these ones as well. I don't know if we're gonna actually have enough room to store all of this stuff, so we might run into a little bit of an issue here, but I think that's all we need to do. So let me actually head back out here. We're gonna go ahead and lay down the lines again. Let's see where Haddock is. Haddock's in this little area, Pollock is in that little area, and in this little area, so we'll just go ahead and lay the lines down there again. And I think that's exactly what I'm gonna go ahead and do here. I'm gonna go ahead and warp back to the other area, or the area that we just fished, and then we're gonna go ahead and drive in this direction, and hopefully the area in this shady part actually has better fish than what is currently available. Like, there's gonna be a lot of fish there, it's just not a high density of fish that's going on there, so hopefully we can go ahead and get a decent catch again. Okay, so I might have let these ones soak a little too long here. They are currently at 20 hours. Hopefully they don't go bad within the next little bit here while I'm trying to harvest these. I was trying to go back up to the area that's over there that we went to, the harbor that's up there that we almost got to, but we didn't quite get there again. Even though we fast traveled, we just burned a whole lot of time basically, so it's not the end of the world here. Can we go ahead and harvest this? Thank you. And so I think this is going to be the 250 hook right off the bat. I didn't waste the 500 here. I went 250, 500, 250, 500, so hopefully we can go ahead and get more than 14 on the other line here. That would kind of be helpful, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these things up, and then I guess we can go ahead and see how much weight we have at the end of this, and hopefully we are almost at capacity on this boat, and then we can go ahead and pay off that loan and maybe buy an upgrade for the boat, maybe an engine upgrade. So we actually did get kind of close to maxing out our storage here, so we have 2,399 kilos with 601 free to go ahead and fill up here. So that's gonna go ahead and drop a little bit here if we go ahead and gut the fish, and actually I don't want to gut them here because we don't have a freezer, and I think the fish last a little longer if we don't gut them. So let's actually go back to the storage thing over here, or in the dock over here, and gut them again like we've been doing, so that we don't actually bite into our profits here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and gut these ones here. So it's gonna be another couple fishes, and then we should go ahead and make a buttload of money on this one here. So right off the bat, we gutted 500 kilos. We got just about 4 stars there, so not bad. Let's go ahead and do another one here, and I think we might go ahead and actually buy an upgrade for our knife here if we're gonna go ahead and stick with the fishing lines for a little longer. We might get the stick as well. So that was another 4-star, a little bit into the 5-star there. We have 600 kilos to go here. Let's go ahead and get this big redfish gutted, and let's see if we did good on that one. We did a little bit better on that one than we did the last fish there. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and get this one dealt with, and I think it kind of went downward a little bit there in the middle. Oops. Yeah, we got 4 stars there, and that's all of the fish gutted and ready to be sold. And I guess we don't lose any weightage. I thought we lose weight when we gut the fish, but I guess not, because we had 2,300, right? And yeah, nothing else changed. We have 600 still free, 2,399. So let's go ahead and drive into the zone, because we drifted out of it and we can't go into it. So we need to, there we go. So we are going to be getting 7,600 for the haddock. We are getting 42,000 for the pollock, and we're getting another 1,600 for the little bit of redfish that we managed to catch there. So let's go ahead and cash in on that. We have made 16,000 from fish in this port, and let's go ahead and actually pay back the... Oh, we made 40,000 that time, but we've generated 16,000 in this port, I think is what that means. Maybe not. I'm not sure what that means. But let's go ahead and pay back the loan that we took out, so we don't have to worry about that thing anymore. So let's go ahead and repay this completely. So that's cleaned our debt there. And as we take out more loans and pay them back and increase our reputation with these people, they're going to give us bigger and bigger loans here. So if we wanted to right now, we can take out 180 grand and buy that secondary boat if we want to go ahead and start net fishing. But I don't want to do that just yet, like I said. So we're going to hold off on doing that. We don't need anything else from this place. Let's actually fuel up again before I forget to do that. We have 800 in fuel there, and I think we can go ahead and maybe sell one more of the 250 lines, because these are only 20. So yeah, let's sell one of the 250s, pick up another 500, and I think we can actually sell the other 250 and just not replace it with a 500, because I don't think we're going to have enough storage on our boat for 3 of these. We might burn some fish by having 3 of the 500 lines on our boat right now. So let's actually sell the other another 250, so we get a little bit of cash in our pocket. We have 24,000 to spend, and let's actually bait the lines before I go ahead and burn any money here. You know what? Maybe let's not bait the lines right now, because I think on reload of this game, the fishes in the water change their areas, so I could go ahead and bait them for redfish, and there's not going to be any redfish in our area. So let's actually not do that then. Let's actually pick up one of these guys so we get a little bit better on the harvesting the line from the water. Let's go ahead and upgrade our stick, and then we have 14,000 left over, and we don't have enough to buy the knife, so that's not terrible. We don't do too bad with the knife that we have right now, but we will go ahead and upgrade that eventually, and we'll go ahead and hold on to the 14,000 that we do have so we can go ahead and bait the lines for next episode. So that's going to go ahead and actually be it for today's episode. So hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.